Welcome to the ultimate recap of the first 10 episodes of One Piece. Whether you're new to the series or just need a refresher, we've got you covered. We'll dive into the beginnings of Monkey D. Luffy's journey, the formation of his first crew, and the exciting adventures they face along the way. Let's set sail! Our story begins with Monkey D. Luffy, a young boy with an enormous dream, to find the legendary treasure known as One Piece, and become the king of the pirates. Luffy is no ordinary boy. After eating the Gomu Gomu no Mi, a devil fruit, his body gained the properties of rubber, giving him the ability to stretch, but also making him unable to swim. Luffy's inspiration comes from a pirate named Shanks, who once saved his life and entrusted him with a straw hat, asking Luffy to return it when he becomes a great pirate. With this motivation, Luffy sets off on his adventure alone, aiming to build a crew and conquer the Grand Line. Luffy's journey soon leads him to Shell's Town, where he meets Roronoa Zoro, a feared pirate hunter who has been captured by the Marines. Zoro is tied up in the town square, sentenced to death by the corrupt Captain Morgan and his son Helmeppo. Zoro's only crime was standing up for a little girl against Helmeppo's cruelty. Seeing Zoro's strength and potential, Luffy decides that he wants Zoro to join his crew. After a tense confrontation, Luffy helps Zoro break free, and together they defeat Captain Morgan. Zoro, impressed by Luffy's resolve, agrees to join him on his quest to become the Pirate King. Zoro also has his own dream to become the world's greatest swordsman. With Zoro now by his side, Luffy sets his sights on finding more crewmates. Meanwhile, we're introduced to Nami, a clever and resourceful thief who despises pirates. Nami makes a living by stealing from them, and she's currently targeting the infamous Buggy the Clown. In Shell's Town, Luffy and Zoro cross paths with Nami, who initially tries to trick them into helping her steal Buggy's treasure. However, things take a turn when Buggy captures Luffy, and Nami is forced to work with Luffy and Zoro to escape. This episode sets the stage for Nami's complex relationship with Luffy, as she begins to see that he's not like other pirates. Episode 4 delves into Luffy's past, showing us the bond between him and Shanks. Through a flashback, we see how Shanks and his crew were a big influence on young Luffy, teaching him important lessons about courage, friendship, and sacrifice. One of the most significant moments in Luffy's life occurs when he's saved by Shanks from a sea monster, with Shanks losing his arm in the process. This act of heroism cements Luffy's resolve to become a pirate, and Shanks, with a smile, entrusts him with his beloved straw hat. This episode gives us a deeper understanding of why Luffy is so determined to fulfill his dream. In Episode 5, Luffy, Zoro, and Nami face off against Buggy the Clown, a pirate with a unique and dangerous ability. Buggy has eaten the Barabara no Mi, a devil fruit that allows him to split his body into pieces and control them independently, making him a formidable opponent. Buggy terrorizes the town with his destructive buggy balls, and Nami's initial plan to steal his treasure gets complicated when she's forced to team up with Luffy to defeat him. This episode highlights the clash between Luffy's sense of adventure and Buggy's greed, setting the stage for a showdown between the two. The battle against Buggy's crew continues as Luffy faces off against Moji, Buggy's beast Tamare, who commands a fearsome lion named Richie. Moji causes chaos in the town, but Luffy quickly steps in to stop him. Despite Moji's strength, Luffy's rubber powers give him the upper hand, and he easily defeats Moji. Meanwhile, Nami is conflicted about whether to continue helping Luffy. Although she initially sees him as just another pirate, she starts to realize that Luffy is different from the ruthless pirates she's encountered before. This episode is key to Nami's character development, hinting at the internal struggle she faces. Episode 7 features a thrilling duel between Zoro and Kabaji, Buggy's acrobatic swordsman. Despite being injured, Zoro refuses to back down, determined to keep his promise to become the world's greatest swordsman. The fight is intense, with Kabadji using a variety of tricks and acrobatics to gain the upper hand. However, Zoro's sheer determination and skill ultimately win out, and he defeats Kabadji. This victory not only proves Zoro's strength, but also deepens the bond between him and Luffy, as they continue to fight for each other's dreams. The confrontation between Luffy and Buggy reaches its climax in Episode 8. As two devil fruit users, Luffy and Buggy's battle is anything but ordinary. Luffy's rubber abilities are pitted against Buggy's ability to split his body, making for a chaotic and unpredictable fight. During the battle, we learn more about Buggy's past and his grudge against Shanks, adding another layer of tension to the fight. Despite Buggy's efforts, Luffy's determination to protect his friends and his dream leads him to victory. With Buggy defeated, Nami agrees to join Luffy's crew, though she makes it clear that she's only in it for her own reasons. Next, we're introduced to Usopp, a village boy known for his tall tales and dreams of becoming a brave warrior of the sea, like his father Usopp, who serves under Shanks. Usopp may be a compulsive liar, but he's also incredibly loyal and caring, especially toward his sick friend Kaya, a wealthy girl in his village. When Usopp discovers that Kaya's butler, Kuro, is actually a notorious pirate planning to kill her and steal her fortune, he tries to warn the villagers. However, because of his reputation as a liar, no one believes him. This episode marks the beginning of Usopp's journey to prove his worth and protect those he cares about. In the final episode of our recap, the stakes are raised as we meet Django, a hypnotist working with Captain Kuro, and the Black Cat pirates. Kuro's plan to kill Kaya and take her fortune is revealed, and Usopp finds himself in a desperate situation. Despite being outnumbered and outmatched, Usopp refuses to give up. His bravery catches the attention of Luffy, Zoro, and Nami, who decide to help him defend the village. With Usopp's courage and the crew's strength, they prepare to face off against Kuro and his pirates, setting the stage for the next thrilling arc. And that concludes our recap of episodes 1 through 10 of One Piece. From Luffy's humble beginnings to the formation of his first crew, we've seen our heroes face dangerous foes, form strong bonds, and take the first steps on their epic journey to find the legendary treasure. But this is just the beginning. The adventure continues, and the stakes will only get higher from here. If you enjoyed this recap, be sure to like, subscribe, and join us next time as we dive deeper into the world of One Piece.